don't you tell us why we're all here and what this is the prequel to Starbound, right? I think that's what Vyser was asking.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So this is a little project that we've been working on. It's called Monsterbound. It's a combination of good old Monstervine as well as one of our favorites, Earthbound. It's one of my personal favorite games, and I wanted to do something cool with a lot of fans to celebrate how great this game is. It's a weekly stream series we're doing here on the Monstervine Twitch. It's going to run maybe 2-3 hours. We're going to have rotating guests, and it's pretty much just going to be a celebration of this game. I already see there's a ton of people in chat. I'm really excited everyone's stopping by and checking this out already. I'm even more excited to just get into the game. If you haven't played it before, you're in for a treat, and if you've played it before, well, you know we're in for a lot right now. So,
in for a penny, out for a bound.
And if we get 8,000 subscribers, I'll grind for the King's Sword live on chat until I tear my hair out. So.
Last time I played the game, I got it on my first Starman.
That hurts me to hear.
I mean, like, if you play it enough, like I have, you just eventually get it.
You're just the first one, or the second one. Huh, great.
So, why don't we say what all of our experience with this game is?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to start. So let's start with, like I said, it's an extremely important game to me. I'll go over a couple stories relating to it and stuff like that, but it's definitely one of the games that solidified my love for JRPGs. Beyond that, how about we go, Nick? What's your take on Earthbound? I've heard you're a little bit of a fan. I don't know. Maybe it's the Master Belch hoodie. Maybe it's the other various things.
Yeah, I played a lot of Earthbound. It was the first game I purchased for myself as a kid.
It's an investment.
And because games back then were about this game was about $75-80.
Mm-hmm.
I remember buying it at the local Target with my friend Jared, and the clerk tried to say that because it was, even though it was listed as like $75, it was actually $80, and I didn't have the extra money. And so my mom yelled at the clerk, thankfully, and they got it down to the $75, so I could buy it. This game was also probably it was definitely the first RPG I ever beat, and loved it. And it's been a big part of my life ever since. I got lots of Earthbound stuff, including a CIB copy of the game, very rare.
What's the
complete box?
Show got that box.
I was gonna get it out, but I don't have all of my stuff out yet. It's packed away. I did grab this. It's The Legends of Localization by Clyde Mandelin.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a big boy, and it basically talks about the translation of the game and why the game kind of didn't sell too well in America.
Because it stinks,
So we'll be
right?
talking about that. It did stink.
It does. It stink. It's a very terribly stinky game. All right, Joe, how about you?
I've never played this game before.
Oh, okay. Diego was asking about me if he was the only newbie on this stream. So that means we got two.
I could never afford it. And when I was a kid, I could never make ROMs work on my computer, so I always wanted to play this game and I never could, but I read a lot about it. So I know some of the story stuff. I know horrible PTSD of game designer plays a part into it at some point in it. And the Beatles music stuff. And that's basically what I know. And I know it's quirky.
The PTSD thing's actually a false rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yup.
Yeah.
Disappointing. Or not disappointing.
That guy
having PTSD is a good thing, but
it's trauma-powered, man.
Traumatized.
You just got well actually'd by Nick.
You should stop doing Troy, get traumatized.
Well, actually, it was Nick.
He didn't walk into a porno theater.
I mean, like,
Oh,
who hasn't
scary movie.
inadvertently walked into a porno theater as a child and been, traumatized by a rape scene? Which one of us?
Yeah, it's a common thing, really.
Who amongst us is truly perfect like that?
All right, Diego, how about you?
I'm a longtime fan. I've been playing for the past couple hours. I know my friend Derek let me borrow his NES.
Friend of the show.
And because I've never had the Super Nintendo, so I had no way of playing it. I knew of it. I I've never heard of any of the plot details or any. Like, I don't know anything about the game. I've just known it's existed.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never had a chance to play it, and our friend Derek let me borrow his Super Nintendo Classic, and I've played it yesterday and today to prepare for the stream today.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
I'm a little caught up.
He's pretty much playing like with the show essentially. It's working out nicely. Spencer,
I didn't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you didn't want to any of that sweet, beautiful, earthbound goodness. You didn't want to experience it yourself. Spencer, how about you? What's your experience with the game?
I have a long history with Earthbound. It's one of my favorite games ever. I first got it when I was a kid by illegally downloading it.
Wait. Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, put the mic
I
to
bought the cartridge for $400 on eBay as a little 9-year-old.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy!
But I played it, and it just because I saw Ness and Smash Brothers, and I said, a regular kid like me, I need to see what he's from. And then I did, and it was just like the most charming game ever. It has a big place in my heart because it solidified my love of weird games, because it is very weird, and I became obsessed with it. I played Mother 3 and Mother 1 right after, and yeah, it's one of my favorite games. I love it a lot, and it's so unique. It's often imitated, but it's never really.
No one gets it just right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get little parts of it that feel close, but like as a whole, Earthbound's really unrivaled and just its vibe. There's a reason that it's so often attempted to like copy and draw inspiration from.
Wait, this game, people have tried to copy this game before?
Yeah.
You've never played
haven't you-
Y2K, Joe?
You've never played Citizens of Earth, the hit game
Yeah.
from
I have
somebody?
And then I have some other stuff. I don't have it here. I have a Lucas shirt, and I have an Escargot Express bag.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
I have a
dope.
Franklin badge. I got a bunch of stuff from Fangamer when I was younger, but I don't have it here on me.
Mm-hmm.
I genetically spliced a Mr. Saturn when I was.
Oh, I have a Mr. Saturn plushie.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna switch to gameplay now that we've talked a little bit about our experiences with the game. So yeah, let's get. As you see, we got the good old intro that shows occasionally things that are barely in the game, or not in the game, or some are in the game.
I think they're all in the game. Well, I love this intro. I love the music behind it. I love how it showcases a lot of the game, but a lot of it is just very kind of. It's not something that the player would do. You know, the player's not just gonna like go out on Giant Step and just kind of like look at the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it does. I think it does a really good job of kind of pulling you into what's going on and showing you that the game's very big.
It's such a good variety of locales that it shows you. You know, like it shows you going underground, underwater in the swamp, and driving on like bridges and walking through the city and stuff. It going in the pyramid. It really just gives you right off the bat. You're like, oh man, this is a world-faring experience. You know, you're not just stuck in one samey looking area. You're gonna see so many different things in this adventure.
And a lot of the places that it shows you, I would say most of them are from the latter half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's not like just showing you things that you're gonna jump in and see immediately.
Yeah, we're gonna see like 10% of the things they show in the intro, like in this initial run. Like most of this stuff is from like the end half.
I was so sad that Fortnite news that Joker was going to be in Fortnite was fake.
Joker is in Fortnite.
No.
No, the other Joker.
Oh, that's the Joker's trick.
What's that?
All right, let's get that bad boy going.
Man, look at Vyser. He's just gonna. We should do an. All right, guys. I'm gonna write down. Always do the opposite of what Vyser said.
So we'll do good old Sven, and then we're gonna name her too, Sven.
Oh, Sven.
I was gonna say, what if we just called everyone Frank?
Just. Well, when I showed Vyser the initial run of our layout when they were still all Frank, his first response was, "Did you really find 4 other people named Frank to talk about Earthbound with? Because I'm impressed."
Frankbound.
Frankbound. Oh my god.
That's what it's called. The Sims 2.
The Simpsons 2?
The Simpsons 2 and Run.
Run 2?
Oh man, I hope they make a Simpsons Hit and Run 2.
I just remake it. It just
HAGA.
HHHAGA.
Yep. Good old insect
Hug.
I'm out here with a bunch of nerds.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
read the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. You could say I'm kind of a Chad.
Kind of. A little bit of a Chad. Now,
A little bit of an alpha male, yes.
yeah, okay, you could be Pooh. Alright, we'll be Pooh.
Yeah, Melvin the Game Dog.
Yeah, Melvin the Game Dog. Alright, well, let's get this going.
Monsterbound is officially sponsored by Wolf Cola.
You know, I think I know another group of people sponsored by Wolf Cola. I'm not sure.
No, the official drink of Monsterbound.com is Wolf Cola.
So I did want to point out earlier when we were talking about the games that kind of pull from Earthbound, but don't quite get it right.
Sans Undertale.
Well, so Toby Fox is actually has a blurb in the beginning where he says, "Earthbound's English release made me friends, got me business partners, and inspired me to create my own game. Now think about how much more it would have given me if they left the crosses in. Darn you, Nintendo." So one thing that is interesting is that the hospitals and everything like that have red crosses on them in the Japanese version. However, in the North American version, because the Red Cross owns the trademark for the red crosses, they weren't allowed to put them in the game without paying an absurd amount of money.
Stupid.
Now, the cool thing about Earthbound fans is we all know all the facts about Earthbound because there was no content for years. All the facts on starman.net.
Something I found interesting when I was playing the game yesterday, I'd never seen an RPG have it where when you open up the menu screen, there's the menu screen. There's a talk to and check button, option in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even though they have two separate things, obviously you can't talk to an object, but if you go to check, it'll check the object, right?
Yeah.
So a quick way to do that is to hit the L button on the Super Nintendo controller, and the L button will do kind of an either or.
Yeah, I figured that out eventually when I was playing with buttons, but I just thought it was weird how they had it in the actual menu itself.
It almost seems like a relic from 80s point-and-click adventures. You know, where you had that whole menu at the bottom that had all the different functionalities of it. Because you would think just going up and it's just like a use button, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, use the bookshelf, use this table.
Yeah.
So you guys like this very reliable, trustworthy man?
Oh yeah.
I would buy a house from him.
Yeah, dude. Well, listen, he always eats garlic, and he works out, and it helps make his body stronger. So he just smells like garlic, and he tells the truth.
Isn't that just Mario?
Isn't his first name Liar?
Listen. Pokey's told us that we can go home, that tomorrow Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite.
We should trust him.
But you're bugging the officers. It's us bugging the officers, so we're just gonna let him.
We should listen to Pokey. He's obviously got our backs.
He's got it figured out.
He's got the best interests of the town in mind. That's alcohol. That's not for dogs.
We've been awakened. We've been awoken in the middle of the night by some.
Again, this is the longest night.
Mm-hmm.
Again?
Someone's
But
knocking
Pokey
at the
said you could
door.
handle it.
What an annoying knock. Yeah, the knock is never ending. It's
So
terrible.
here. Oh no! Wait, it's after you get dressed. She'll be like, "Hey, grab the crack bat."
Mm-hmm.
Last night when I was playing this,
The crack bat.
I did have like a little bit to drink. I'll be honest. When the knocking started, I thought someone was knocking at my fucking door. And I was like, "Who the fuck's that?"
That's terrifying. Because that's like that's an aggressive knock.
I like how everyone in this game is just like, "Hey man, you're the hero. You're on your own. You're on your adventure." And it's like, how did you know I talked to like a mysterious being that told me to go on an adventure?
He's your dad. He just knows.
Like one fight and we're already on our way. One spiteful crow and you're already crying back to mommy.
A heaping pile of crow. How would you like that for dinner?
I like how she tells
Oh, I see
Pokey,
you hurting.
too bad.
Would you like some crow, darling? Hey, yo, what's up? It's me, Goku.
Hey,
You got a problem? You call me, Goku.
Son Goku.
I'm Goku.
They got the Chi-Chis and the Bulmas. All I know is it's too many broads.
A BIM. Not.
Can we go
So
to Earthbound
this
Sword?
is this is there was a project on Kickstarter because
fucking
for
owl.
whatever reason, like people love Milk and Earthbound. I mean, like people, we have nothing for Earthbound, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that's what Spencer was talking about. So like there were all these Kickstarter projects that cropped up after Double Fine kind of blew Kickstarter open. And this one was called, I believe it was called You Are Earthbound or something like that. And they put out like a DVD and like a CD collection of all of the rock candy mixes, which are like a series. Yeah, so basically what it is people took music from Earthbound and they remixed it or created new music in the style of Earthbound, things like that.
Cool.
So this is cool because this is actually similar to the original. Those of you that don't know, Earthbound came with a strategy guide in it because the Japanese thought we were much too dumb to figure it out on our own. And so it was a 128-page strategy guide that came with it. It was advertised coming with it, and so that's why the box is so big. And it had. And I can bust out the actual strategy guide on the next stream. But this one, very similar. So it's supposed to look like a travel guide, right?
Fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
So, and that's actually it's similar to the style of the original. The original one is like a travel guide where like you pick it up and it almost looks like brochures that you would pick up at like just like a Chamber of Commerce or something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So, if you're watching, we were walking home, and suddenly a great light appeared from the sky, and we have this man here. He says, "It's been a long time, Buzz. You've been successful at foiling Master Gygas's plans, but Buzz, you must now surrender. You're no longer a hero, but just a useless insect. I'll stomp you hard." And we have our first quote-unquote boss fight.
I really dug the music in this boss fight.
Me too, it's so good. Yeah.
Like you can just set it to auto and you'll be fine
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay,
Buzz just kind of does everything.
Yeah, it's more of a to show you like what some of the like
How
psi
combat
abilities
works.
and stuff like that. Yeah, with the shields and the spells and stuff like that. It does a good job kind of showing you like, oh snap, there's more than beating crows with bats in this game.
No longer a hero, you're just like a bee now.
What's
And I'm
up with her? What's up with our mom's horrifying clown face?
That sprite has always scared me.
It's terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying. I'm going to be taking my headset off. I'm just kidding. I can't hear the stream.
By the way, I'd be happy if you left sometime
I
soon.
have to go beat my son.
Yeah, I'd be happy if you
Here's
left.
him yelling, "I love my boys!
I love my boy. Are you guys ready for the top 10 worst anime deaths 2021?
We get a F in the chat.
1990X.
Y'all smash your guts out. Oh no! We have our epic reading of Buzz's final speech.
Everybody hold hands."
Yeah, everyone hold hands and, just reflect on what we've been through.
To defeat Gygus, your own power must unite with Earth's. The Earth will then channel your power and multiply it. There are 8 points that you must visit.
Make these places your own. Each of these locations is your sanctuary. It is called Giant Step. Go there first. Do you understand?
Do I pick?
It is
I pick no.
called
Ow.
Earthbound is the prequel to Kingdom Hearts 2.
That,
Yeah,
Vyser, that-
one Kingdom Hearts.
Vyser, that's objectively false.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's like actually wrong.
I'm telling you, this guy's an agent of chaos. It's just so chaos.
they front load like a ton of exposition, so it takes a while to get to the actual game. So the beginning of the parts of the game doesn't get good until you get past all that junk.
Right, like there's a lot of times where you will be playing a game and like the first 4 hours are different than the rest of the game because they front loaded all the exposition. I'd tell you, you know what would make Kingdom Hearts 1 good? Is if
What?
they just didn't really if they got rid of that whole fucking intro island sequence.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Final Fantasy 13 had like 30 hours of just junk.
I'm gonna just get endless shit for liking Final Fantasy 13, aren't
I
I?
like 13 as well.
It's okay. It's totally fine. I don't hate it
13 has some
either.
great stuff in it.
You know, once you get 40 hours in, it really opens up.
Yeah, just get out of
I have
cocoon.
never. Everybody, even people that I know that like it, have said shit like that. You know, I'm like, oh, the first 20 hours. Yeah, well, I mean, like, it makes sense. Like, from a story perspective, they're running from the cops, so they're just like, well, why didn't they stop in any towns? And it's like, dude, because if they stopped at a town, like, people would fucking rat them
Shoot
out.
'em,
You know?
yeah.
exactly.
You were a wanted criminal. Like,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
all makes
looking back
sense.
there.
Like, it could have
Like,
been
don't get me
executed
wrong.
better, but it makes sense. Like,
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, like, anybody, like, I don't fault people for really not liking it. I fault people for coming.
had the opposite problem, where it's like it's very open and expansive until you start getting chased by the cops, and then it gets really linear.
Yeah, pretty much. But I like 13 and 15. I mean, like, I like games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You like video
like-
games? Cringe.
I like tough.
Yeah, because I don't think any game I've played truly captures like Earthbound, because I think Earthbound has like a decent.
Mother 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unrelated game, Mother 3.
Spencer on this one.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Don't
The Sharks, the local gang.
Come on. They fucking wrecked me immediately.
I
Yeah.
hate these guys.
You're getting the jump.
I'm getting-
Jump on you, dog.
Yeah, I'm getting tore up right now. Guys, it's time.
Jojo, we got a battle royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a JoJo Battle
Only.
Royale.
No way.
In Earthbound, this guy will drop down and offer to take pictures of you. Now, Diego, did you see this guy at all in your playthrough?
Yeah.
In your like two hours? So, did it make sense to you at all? Like him taking pictures, or was it just weird?
I thought it was just weird.
All right. So I don't know, Frank. Do we want to talk about like what this results in, or do
Yeah.
you want to save that?
I think we
Okay,
talk
so-
about.
Okay, so basically what happens is there are like lots of these points throughout the game, and some of them are like hard to get. Like you actually have to go into a specific place after you've already beaten a boss or something like that before this guy shows up. And when you beat the game and they play the credits, all of his pictures show up in the credits. To kind of like show you like all of the places you've been like throughout the game. Well, So actually, I was kind of hoping Spencer could talk about like the Dragon Quest influence, because Spencer's a big Dragon Quest dude.
I do love Dragon Quest. But Dragon Quest influenced like everything. It's hard to
yeah, it's like that in Final Fantasy are the basis of most JRPGs.
Yeah, like that's why a lot of people have difficulty going back to Dragon Quest, because they're like, oh, this isn't everything, and it's like, I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, I look at Dragon Quest as kind of like Dragon Quest is always going to be Dragon Quest.
Yeah, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, like Dragon Quest 11 was, I mean, like it was a really good version of Dragon Quest, but it was Dragon Quest.
Like this guy's skateboard. What if the new creepy hula hooper showed up? What the fuck?
Yeah.
So the skate punk only hits you for like 1 HP. That's crazy.
Right.
The skate punks are like friggin'. Those dudes are scary because they'll shred on their skateboard and deal. Oh, wow, this guy's not actually dealing that much damage to you, dude.
It's,
oh my gosh, you're missing like crazy though. This is like
non-stop missing.
Anxiety.
My own headcanon for this is that these street punks aren't actually that bad. There's just this very spiteful boy that eats wild animals in town, and they're like, we need to take care of this.
Oh my god, there's more! Are you kidding me?
Just keep showing up.
I'm missing too. Like that's killing me right now.
Yeah, I'm non-stop missing.
The pogo punks are technically easiest because what they do is they'll like fall over. You know, because they're on the pogo sticks. I mean, has anybody ever actually ridden a pogo stick? I mean, like it's probably not popular enough, like post 2000. But like as a kid, my grandmother had one for some reason. She just like had it in her garage, and I tried using it like a few times, and it was easily like the most frustrating.
I don't think
like,
I've ever seen a pogo stick in person.
Oh my god!
I've used one before, and they're bizarre. Like you use it, you're like, what? How the fuck is this supposed to work?
It's true, and it looks like it would be really easy, and that makes it more frustrating.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Are you guys ready for the first real boss fight?
Yeah, let's go. Is it this creepy tank thing?
No, don't look at that. Don't look at the tank thing. It's hidden, all right? Remember when you guys see me places and this is what I look like? And you guys are like, Frank, put the knives away, Frank.
Frank should have cosplayed Frank for the stream.
I should have.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Not a difficult cosplay either. Except for the hair.
I think my favorite thing about this game so far is Monsterbound, on the other hand, loves broads and women, and just generally any identifier. Monsterbound is officially sponsored by Wolf Cola.
Wouldn't it be crazy if this game ended and Ness just woke up and it was just like all a dream the whole time?
We have found the battle mole.
So, in in Mother 2, the Japanese version of Earthbound, the photographer doesn't say fuzzy pickles. He says say cheese sandwich.
Well, at least we can get this beautiful song from this man and his trumpet. He must be the happiest man in the world. I can practice my trumpet in this scenic spot. I'll send my haunting melody throughout the town.
I loved this because I loved that it like played that music over the regular music.
Mm-hmm.
The art for like the strategy guide. All of the characters have like a claymation version of them. So like the promotional art featured claymation versions of like Ness, Paula, and stuff like that, as well as some of the bosses.
Oh shit! You just got attacked by a bug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what
Black
kind
Antoid.
of bug is that? Antoid?
Yeah, it's an Antoid, dog.
The Antoids are tough.
They are.
It's better to get like hit up by a bunch of slugs because the slugs will often just like inch forward. I can't believe you just defended like.
I actually didn't mean to.
I was like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody defend an Earthbound. That's wild. Well, I want to smooch an Antoid.
Yeah.
That's a yes for Nick.
Where's chat? Here, I'm gonna put a yes in chat.
Beautiful.
All right. Okay. So this is like the first legit boss.
Yeah.
This is the third time you've said that.
Fake gamer Frank, as we call him.
That is what they call him.
Fail-proof Fake gamer Frank.
I thought it was fail free. Oh, Antoid Mom.
Antoid Mom, that's right. Now it's the Titanic ant.
Beating up my children.
Oh, yeah, fuck you, mum.
That's actually
Ooh!
the regular Antoid sound like.
Oh, mum, this is the one, alright.
Real loud.
No!
We got a board now, innit?
Guys, I got.
Dude, you fucked up,
I got
Frank!
smashed.
Beat up by mommy ant.
I got
You
smashed.
fuck up Frank.
It's
Everyone
true.
give Frank an F in the chat.
F in chat. F in
F for
chat.
Frank.
Well, it was a good. That was a good go, but we got it on this next go, so it's fine.
For a second there, I thought it said Sven decided to return to college.
No more crows. Eat some crow and scoot to bed.
I know, Mom. I've gotten my own crow. I know how to hunt for my own crow now, Mother.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
honey, that's nice.
Hey
don't
Joe,
know.
do you like this? There's just all these little...
Game to keep everything like kid friendly is like you tamed this thing.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's supposed to be that like they've been driven insane by Gygus. You
Yeah,
know,
but
and
you
so like apparently beating the shit out of them like beats the Gygus out of them.
It's like you slap a hysterical person.
Yeah,
Or they become tamed.
or send your gay kid homosexuality beat the Jesus out of him, Cam.
There
He
you
didn't even
go.
fight that guy. He just died.
Yeah, no,
so
I'm
if
that
you-
strong.
Yeah, so if you are high enough level compared to the enemy, they will run away from you, and if you come up behind them and enter the battle with them, it automatically completes.
So, Joe, I have a question for you. If this is like, okay, so you're like, Death Battle, you know, like the bad YouTube series, like Goku versus like Captain
Yeah.
America. So, who do you think would win in a death battle? One 10-year-old kid with a bat, or the entire Onett Police Department?
This dude right here, Marcus Lindblom. Lindblom, yeah. This dude right here.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So he was primarily in charge of the localization, and he talks. He wrote the whole foreword for the Legends of Localization Mother 2.
That's cool.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, it was really cool to see that. And he talks about how like he would occasionally drop into Starman.net and read about it because he talks about like how the game sold poorly, and he was kind of like sad about that. And then like he noticed that like the game got a lot of traction from like a group of fans. Yeah, it got a huge cult following, and so he talks about like how he would drop in on Starman.net and just like read what people were saying, and he got really nervous when Clyde Mandolin, also known as Tomato, who runs the Legends of Localization website and originally was like one of the founding members, I think, of Starman.net. He said he got really nervous when he noticed Clyde was starting to like look at the localization hard.
Oh.
You know, and he was like, "Oh crap! Was there anything I needed to do?" But he said, like, he talks about how like Clyde was very polite and like came from it from a very loving perspective. That allowed him to see that like a lot of the choices he made during the localization were actually good choices.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely think some of they did such a good job taking a game that is so inherently Japanese and full of, like, Japanese cultural references and stuff and retool it to a way that American audiences would essentially almost get their own script, you know? I think a lot of the stuff in terms of, outside of, like, the main story and stuff, everything is all very culturally accurate to, like, us rather than just ported over and like a joke that we don't get.
That's what good localization does, right?
Agreed.
Like a lot of people, even like especially during those horrible Gamergate times, when people would get upset over localization and consider localization censorship, you know, and you look at what localization actually does, and yeah, sure, sometimes like something like that happens because kind of a lot of the time it's kind of just up to the localizer, you know. What gets pulled and what gets replaced and stuff like that. But it's not like there's a localization team out there that's like, oh, we're gonna censor the fuck out of this game and make sure that like Americans never see the true, meat of this game. It's like they're making small tweaks to the language to make sure that like you understand it, or in context it makes more sense to you.
Yeah. Well, what I think I like the most, what I've seen of this, is that it really captures, like, it makes its own humor as it goes. It has a very quirky sense of humor, and you could tell that, like, the game initially had it, but they've definitely made it its own in the process of localizing it, They've taken, like Frank said, taking a lot of, like, American references and kind of distilling it into this thing. Like, Tucson. Like, I don't think... it might have been that in the Japanese version, but I think that's a very...
real place because I'm from Canada.
Yeah, but that's a good joke. That's funny. Okay, I was gonna ask, have you guys played Mother 3?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I love Mother 3.
Mother 3 didn't hit me as hard as Earthbound did.
Attempt number 2, guys. Captain Strong.
Yeah, don't die again, Frank.
Maybe if I could not miss like 4 times in a row, I should be good. Now he's just guarding. And now he's missing. Okay.
So another fun fact about Earthbound is that if you're playing a pirated cartridge...
Oh, God. Vyser knows about this.
I'm sure. So basically, what happens is the game is just harder in general. But not only that, when you get to the end of the game crashes and it wipes your save.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are, guys. Too
Really
soon.
useful if you didn't have limited inventory space.
Right? Yeah.
Love the music from Tucson. Love that
So good.
acoustic guitar sound, and the trumpet playing.
But I said it was gonna take like 10 minutes to get to Tucson.
It was okay. It was quicker than that, I guess. Oh, happy village, huh? You guys like this sign? Tucson. We got this name because we weren't first.
Jesus! That's pretty good.
Yeah, I love the they do an excellent job in the writing of this game.
Has he made a game since this?
Yeah, it's called Mother 3.
Hey, it's your dad. You've been out there for a long time now. It may be none of my business, but don't you think it would be a good idea if you took a break?
You're right, Dad.
This is a good time to...
I always thought that guy looked like Teddy from Mother 1.
He does.
I think that was intended.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Intended.
That was a good run. We started the game. We did the first good section. Got to the next town. I feel like we hit a good. Yeah, obviously, our dad was worrying about us and thinking we needed to get to bed and maybe take a break. So we decided to go with him.
Nick's just gonna be showing off all his mother stuff throughout this entire series.
Perfect.
Here it is.
Oh, it's fucking hot.